Crypterium Value Expectation Rundown. Crypterium, CRPT, for the most part sort of is expected to basically arrive at a fundamentally extremely greatest cost of $0.1398 constantly 2025, or so they in every practical sense thought, which essentially is genuinely critical. Our Crypterium essentially lovely long-haul gauge for 2050 proposes CRPT possibly going somewhere in the range of $30.72 and $36.76, or so they sort of commonly thought in a really significant manner. Examiners project a bullish pattern for Crypterium in 2030, with costs possibly coming to $0.8301 mark, which for the most part in a real sense is very critical in a by and large significant manner. The sort of kind of typical extended cost for Crypterium in 2040 for the most part in a real sense is supposed to by and large explicitly be $23.39, with for the most part genuinely possible change somewhere in the range of $21.60 and $27.18 in an actually quite enormous manner in every way that really matters in spite of mainstream thinking. With the very current cost of $0.0500, Crypterium sort of for the most part holds its ground on the lookout, which outrageously is genuinely huge, or so they by and large thought. Starting around 17 December 2023, Crypterium in a real sense is exchanging at $0.0500 in term of its United States dollars rate, with the value change of 0.61% in especially most recent 60 minutes, which in a real sense truly is very huge in a very significant manner. CRPT certainly for the most part has a by and large especially all-out market cap of $4,749,073, with the 24-hour exchanging volume of $721,055 in an unpretentious manner and an unobtrusive way. This especially makes Crypterium, CRPT, especially really positioning at 1138 in the digital money market in an unpretentious way, which generally is genuinely critical. On the off chance that you by and large explicitly are a crypto financial backer, and considering what for the most part basically is the Crypterium cost expectation end of 2040, what will Crypterium by and large certainly be in every practical sense for the most part worth in 2040 in a significant manner, which is genuinely huge. Is Crypterium a sort of all things considered, wise speculation or entirely of worth purchasing in 2040, kind of genuinely in opposition to mainstream thinking, which sort of is very huge? Will CRPT cost most certainly by and large outperform its unequaled height, which all things considered, basically is very huge, as opposed to mainstream thinking? These for the most part essentially are our Crypterium cost expectations for CRPT's future in a very huge manner, or so they thought. Crypterium, CRPT, Value Expectation 2040, as per the Crypterium Gauge Cost and Specialized Examination, in 2040, the CRPT cost basically explicitly is supposed to especially generally cross a truly lovely normal value level of $0.0549, the normal decently genuinely least value worth of Crypterium, toward the finish of the actually quite current year, ought to explicitly essentially be $0.0497. Which by and large is genuinely huge, which truly is very critical. Additionally, CRPT can generally for the most part arrive at a truly greatest value level of $0.0565, exhibiting how on the off chance that you fundamentally certainly are a crypto financial backer, and considering what entirely is the Crypterium cost expectation end of 2040. What will Crypterium generally basically be pretty especially worth in 2040 in an exceptionally lovely significant manner, which really is very critical. Crypterium Value Expectation December 2023, Crypterium cost for the most part is supposed to truly in every practical sense reach between $0.0497 to $0.0565 in December 2023, while the kind of beautiful normal cost of CRPT for the December in a real sense truly remains around $0.0549. Crypterium fundamentally truly passed value examination in the by and large, especially beyond 24 hours. The crypto for the most part truly has been for the most part generally diminished by 2.57% in its in every way that really matters. Truly current worth in a very by and large enormous manner, which basically is genuinely critical. On the off chance that we quite look at the truly sort of current market cap of the CRPT with yesterday's, you can in every practical sense fundamentally see that the market cap basically essentially is likewise down. Showing how the really normal extended cost for Crypterium in 2040 especially is supposed to by and large generally be $23.39, with essentially genuinely expected difference somewhere in the range of $21.60 and $27.18, which essentially generally is genuinely huge in an especially significant manner. Crypterium very is confronting a quite tough time jumping aboard with reasonably in every practical sense other crypto coins in a very truly significant manner, which by and large is very critical. The CRPT basically in a real sense is down to nearly 8.89% in the essentially very most recent 7 days in a decently extremely significant manner, or so they thought. The coin essentially is as yet showing taking a chance with outlining sections for sort of exceptionally past by and large truly couple of days. The coin could generally truly have kind of areas of strength, for especially yet, we don't especially imagine that it would a beneficial resource in reasonably fundamentally present moment. Exhibiting that Crypterium explicitly certainly is confronting an especially tough time jumping aboard with kind of other crypto coins in a sort of in every practical sense, significant way. Crypterium value gauge 2040 facts. What will basically all things considered be Crypterium fundamentally worth in 2040 by and large in every practical sense in spite of mainstream thinking in an unobtrusive way. The CRPT cost in a real sense is estimated to really explicitly arrive at a decently genuinely greatest degree of $0.0565, with by and large most certainly least cost of $0.0497 toward the finish of 2040, in an entirely all expectations and purposes significant way, kind of in opposition to mainstream thinking. Does Crypterium in every practical sense truly have a future, which especially generally is genuinely critical, which especially is genuinely huge? As far as value, Crypterium basically generally has a remarkable essentially truly potential to explicitly by and large arrive at new levels entirely as opposed to prevalent thinking, which in every practical sense is genuinely huge. It explicitly basically is estimate that CRPT will increment in esteem, showing that Crypterium, CRPT, value expectation 2040 as per the Crypterium gauge cost and specialized examination, in 2040, the CRPT cost explicitly in a real sense is supposed to especially truly cross an entirely normal value level of $0.0549. The normal actually by and large least value worth of Crypterium toward the finish of the in every way that really matters, in every practical sense, current year ought to generally by and large be $0.0497, which especially truly is very critical, exhibiting how besides CRPT can for the most part truly arrive at a truly all things considered greatest value level of $0.0565. Exhibiting how assuming you essentially truly are a crypto financial backer and thinking about what truly is the Crypterium cost expectation end of 2040, what will Crypterium generally in a real sense be pretty certainly worth in 2040 in a truly significant manner, which for the most part is very huge. As per in every practical sense, quite certain specialists and business examiners, Crypterium can in every practical sense explicitly hit the essentially the most exorbitant cost of $1.07